All right, Astro family, we are going to talk about the new moon in Cancer happening overnight tonight. So as you wake up tomorrow, you'll be waking up under the new moon in Cancer energy happening on Wednesday, June 25th at 6:33 a.m. And what I love about this moon is the fact that, like I said, it is coming up on the eastern horizon at the moment the sun rises, because we can see here from the chart that at 6:33 a.m., the sun will almost be on the horizon, coming up with the moon at an exact new moon energy conjunct Jupiter. So first Jupiter will come up, then the sun, then the moon as a triple conjunction. Now, you know, when we talk about astrology, anytime we have things happening in threes, it is a sacred number. It is a holy number. It is the Trinity. It is this trifecta of energy that is bringing up faith and optimism that things are working out for us and things are looking up as the new moon is coming up on the horizon. So not only do we have Jupiter, Sun, and Moon, 3 planets conjuncting together, but we also have Jupiter, the lucky planet. Look at this, 3 degrees and 33 minutes. How epic and amazing is that? Plus we've got Pluto at 3 degrees. So 3 is everywhere, telling us things are looking up. Now remember, new moons are always new beginnings, new fresh starts. This is going to be a new energy, a new reset in the Cancer area of your birth chart, wherever that lands. And the fact that we've got Jupiter here conjunct this new beginning, new fresh start, Jupiter is exploding that, right? Jupiter expands. It brings gifts, it brings opportunity, it brings abundance, it brings prosperity. And so this is potentizing this new chapter, this new energy with faith, with this positivity that things are looking up and things can be different than they were in the past. Now remember, this is Cancer energy after all. And Cancer energy is about the past. It represents the past because it is traditions, it is memories, it is nostalgia, it is family, it is emotions like our childhood, it's ancestors. So where we have this energy right now of the past getting a new beginning with more prosperity ahead, new beginning ahead. New moons always potentize this energy. Now, we have not had the new moon in Cancer with Jupiter present in 12 years. We have not had the sun and Jupiter conjunct each other, meaning these 2 planets together in the zodiac sign of Cancer since 1978. Okay? 1978. So for most of us, this is the first time in our lives we have had the prosperity of the sun and Jupiter in the Cancer area of our birth chart. Now remember, we had the sun cross over Jupiter today on Tuesday, and then the sun moving past Jupiter. So Jupiter is coming out on the other side of the sun. This is the Cazimi energy. This is the rebirthing, the renewal, the revamping of Jupiter's abundance coming out on the other side of the sun. And so what this represents energetically for us is the fact that this energy right here, we're going to talk more about it in a second, is a new beginning, resetting our earth, our conscious collective, and our own personal narratives, our own personal stories in a way that we have needed since 2020. I said the first half of 2025, you guys lived through it with us here in the Astro family. It's been crazy. It's been distorting. It's been disrupting. It's been confusing. We've had the eclipses, new changes in our life, eclipse in, eclipsed out, the retrogrades. We're going back in our mind. We're reevaluating. We're reassessing. We're editing things out of our lives. And now here we are. This new moon is literally the new moon that splits our old reality from the new reality. New, fresh beginnings with abundant prosperity and opportunity. But we have to remember, Jupiter blows everything up that it touches. And so Jupiter is blowing up the Cancerian energy. Heightened emotions, heightened intuitions, heightened relations with family and friends and people that we need to spend time with. Very important to remember that we are setting new intentions around Cancerian energy. Resetting your intuition. Resetting, new beginnings. If you are needing to call in, right? This is a water energy. The new moon in Cancer is water. We are pulling energy in. We are attracting. It is feminine. It is the moon. It is lunar. It is receiving. It's allowing. It is flowing. We are allowing and calling in with new intentions, with a positive mindset, Jupiter, the receiving of gifts, the acceptance of a new chapter beginning. And if you are calling in anything Cancerian, maybe you want something new coming into your family, friends that become family, a new family member, calling in fertility, a baby, calling in abundance within your home. Maybe you're needing more money for a certain project in your home. Maybe you're needing to call in a new couch. Maybe there's a new home that you want to move to, right? Anything home, family, more emotional strength, more intuitive strength, maybe property. If you're looking for property, this is all that Cancerian energy, okay? Setting new intentions, lucky, favorable energy, especially in the Cancer area of your chart where you really want to set these new intentions. But how do we set intentions? How do we move forward? If this is a new reset where the future is not reliant on the past is moving past, the new beginning, the new reality is resetting. How do we take action? How do we know what to do? How do we know what to decide? Well, look at this. The sun and the moon at 4 degrees, literally in the most beautiful sextile to over here, Mars at 4 degrees of Virgo. So sextiles are supportive. Mars says, let me get in on this. Let me give you some perspective. Let me tell you how to take action. Let me tell you how to move. You're going to move in a Virgo way from here on out. You are going to streamline your life. You are going to figure out Virgo efficiency of how you are going to prioritize what matters, the people that feel safe, the people that feel secure, the people that nourish you, the people that allow you to feel emotionally regulated. That is Cancerian energy. We are going to streamline our life. We are going to cut away and remove the past, the things that feel safe, the things that feel like we've done that before. It is tradition. It is the old. We're done. Streamline your life and only accept in this new reality the people in your life that make you feel safe, the friends that feel like family, the people that feel like home, you protecting, providing, and nurturing for yourself, not reliant on others. And you're going to be efficient in your life to focus on the things that matter. You're going to streamline your life and you're going to do things in a Virgo way. You're going to be rational, you're going to be realistic, and you're going to be practical so that your new reality can be more abundant than your past reality, first and foremost. Then also the sun and the moon are in a square to Neptune and Saturn. Big deal here because what are Neptune and Saturn telling us to do? Dream. Neptune, a new dream. Because it's in Aries. So we have a new dream, a new reality, a rebirth, right? Anything with Aries is all about resetting. Neptune says dream. Saturn says work for that dream. Be responsible. Be committed. Do hard things. Do the hard things. And this is a square. So there's a decision that needs to be made in order for you to have a new reality. The past can stay in the past, where there feels more emotionally regulated, where it essentially allows you to feel more provided and protected and nurtured and secure, that calls in abundance to your family, to your home, to allow yourself to have a new outcome that is more prosperous, more abundant than ever before in your past. But in order to have that, you have to make a hard decision. This is a square. You have to make a hard decision, a new decision, Aries, for a new dream, a new reality you are trying to build, and it's not going to look like it did in the past. But in order to do that, we have to take action. Mars and Virgo, sextile, a supportive energy, and we have to take action to streamline our life, to be more efficient, and to be practical and rational about what we invest our energy in that actually freaking matters. Cancer is the energy of the mother. This is about nurturing, providing, and protecting for yourself and those around you. But there's one last piece of this little puzzle here because everything is mental. At the end of the day, you can hear my words, but you're like, okay, but this doesn't make sense, or what does this mean, or how do I do that? How do I make this hard decision? How do I take this action? We look at Mercury. Mercury is also over here in Cancer. So currently your mind is thinking about the past. The current reality that we live in is based on the data points of the past. The decisions we make, the mindset we have, the thoughts that we think are based on the past. What has worked? What hasn't worked? What feels safe? Oh, that thought doesn't feel safe? Okay, well, we'll think a different thought. Oh, going out of our comfort zone. What does Jupiter say? Get out of your comfort zone. Go expand, explore, go do new things, check things off your bucket list. Right? Jupiter is the planet of abundance and prosperity. Go do the fun things. But Mercury is like, yeah, but we thought about it, but it didn't feel safe. Oh, but I saw this in the past that didn't work out, so I'm not going to do that again. This energy is what's holding us stuck. Mercury and Cancer, nostalgia, tradition, stability, safety, security. I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. I don't want to do the Jupiter thing, but Jupiter says do the thing so that there's new blessings, because this is a new reality and a new beginning. And just because it didn't work in the past doesn't mean it won't work tomorrow. And just because you haven't made $1 million yet doesn't mean that you won't make $1 million tomorrow. Just because you haven't found the love of your life doesn't mean you won't find him tomorrow, because this is a reset. Because there's a square to the energy in Aries, which is a new dream, a new beginning, a new reality you're going to have to work hard for, and you're going to have to do hard things to change your mind. And you're going to have to do it in a Virgo way. Be practical, be rational. But the blessing in all of this is, look who Uranus at 28 degrees is having a conversation with. He is in a sextile, supportive energy to Uranus at 29 degrees. And what does Uranus do? Especially at 29 degrees? He disrupts us. He liberates us. He distorts. He shakes up our thought pattern. Our thought pattern to get us unstuck from the past of comfort and safety and tradition of Cancerian energy, to innovate, to challenge, to spark new revelations and new thought patterns. Because with new thought patterns, we can take new actions, and with new actions, we can go for new dreams. And by doing all of that, we have the blessing of Jupiter to expand out of our comfort zone and therefore take action, set intentions, call in, hold space for new beginnings. New beginnings that will create a new reality that will feel more safe, that we protect ourselves, we provide for ourselves, we nurture for ourselves and our families and our home. This is such a beautiful energy to set new intentions around. One thing I am going to say, because this is a feminine water energy, is we do not want to set intentions right away. We want to get up at sunrise and we want to bake in the sun as the sun is rising. That is the new moon. And then when you want to take action, when you feel inspired tomorrow, trust your gut, trust your intuition. That is Cancer energy. You take action, but wait to take action for 12 hours. Because we want to potentize this energy and we want to allow opportunities to come in. Now, I am going to say in our current reality, things are looking gnarly. Things are looking gnarly, and don't be scared by the current events happening in the world, because we need a reset. And Uranus in Gemini is going to be a global reset. And sometimes things have to be very, very messy in the middle to come out on the other side better. Sometimes things have to destroy to be rebuilt. Sometimes things have to just happen and you ride the wave. So what is the intention you're setting as the world around us is shifting, as the world, the chaos, the tornado is spinning? Where's your emotional safety? Who are your safe people? Who is your tribe? Who's your family? Who do you rely on? Who provides for you? Who protects for you? Who makes you feel emotionally regulated? Take action, streamline your life to only focus in on that, to call in abundance and blessing into the Cancer area of your birth chart. Very, very important. A very lucky, prosperous energy. And like I said, we have not had Jupiter and the sun together in 12 years. So this is a new cycle beginning. And we have not had it happen in Cancer since 1978. So what didn't work in the past can work in the future. You try to launch this business, it didn't work out, it could work out now. You try to date that person, it didn't work out, it could work out now. Because our reality and the energy is shifting. So I'm going to leave you with 5 things I want you to do to tap into this energy. Listen to your intuition. What comes through tomorrow? Number 1, I want you to get out there at sunrise. I want you to set an alarm. I want you to get out there before 6:33 a.m. And I want you to watch that sun come up on the horizon, because you are watching Jupiter, the sun, and the moon rise at the same time. Triple conjunction. Let that sun hit your face. Welcome in a new day. And remember, the energy is shifting. This is a new chapter, a new portal opening up where our reality is not going to look different. It might not feel different at first, but then it eventually will not look different after this date. The second, call in and attract and allow and receive tomorrow. And the way that you're going to do that is by having space in your day. I want you to have a little wiggle room, a little space in your schedule, space in your evening, space, wiggle room, flow, places to allow, places to receive, okay? Number 3, I want you to spend some family time. If you don't have your family nearby, call them on the phone. Write them a letter. Call your friends who feel like family. Get your friends together. I want you to do something family-oriented. Whatever that is. It could be your online family. It could be your social media family. It could be the Astro fam. Come hang out with us. Text us. Let us know in the group chat what you got going on. Number 4, I want you to clean your house. Cancer is the energy of the home, and in order for us to receive new blessings and opportunities, we need a space. Cancerian energy, we need space within the home to welcome in and attract new. Make sure your house is clean. Do that tomorrow. It'll be beautiful energy, because Saturn says do hard things to have a new dream, to have a new reality. And Virgo energy is about cleaning. Virgo energy is about purity and streamlining and cutting out and detoxing things that don't serve us. And then lastly, I want you to do some self-care. Whatever that looks like for you, I want you to nourish yourself. I don't mean self-care like a face mask. I want you to do something that feels like it's filling your freaking cup up. I want your cup spilling over. Maybe it is having a little indulgent treat. Maybe it's going for that walk. Maybe it's doing a bubble bath. I want you to do something that feels like, I am protecting myself. I am nurturing myself. I am loving myself. I am mothering myself. I'm wrapping myself up in like the biggest hug of my life because I'm doing this thing that makes me feel so freaking good. Because when we feel good and we raise our vibration, we call in the blessings of Jupiter and we have this new energetic frequency of holding space for new chapters in our life. And last thing is too, with the self-care, you could drink some hibiscus tea because hibiscus tea is very much related to Cancerian energy. In my Cancer tea blend for the Astrology tea line, the primary focus is around hibiscus tea. It's very nourishing for the mothers, the women, the nurturers of the universe. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. There is so much more to talk about as these transits are not just happening during the new moon. They're effective Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Our reality is shifting around us. This is that point where things are tipping into a new positive outcome. And I'm so curious to see what happens in the world around us. I want you to set some beautiful intentions for the new chapter of your life. And I do not want you to base those intentions on any thought patterns, any data points, anything from the past. The past does not exist. That is over. That chapter no longer applies to the new chapter. This is the moment that we hear that, we feel that, we see that in our reality. All right, my Astro family, happy new moon. If you go outside and watch the sunrise, please send us a photo of your sunrise photos. And I hope you enjoy the new moon energy tomorrow. It is my mama's birthday. It is literally on her birth chart, smack dab on top of her sun sign. I can't wait to talk about it with her. This is her chart right here on her sun. She's having a solar return and Mercury, a Mercury return, and so much more. So I'm so excited for her. We're going to celebrate. Love you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon.